So for step 7, attaching the pinion gear, well, we're going to grab our motor plate, our pinion, the grub screw, and this kit comes with this nice pinion stopper, which is going to make it very easy to figure out where the pinion needs to sit on that motor. So you've got some choices that they're showing you. The kit comes with the 20-tooth pinion gear, but it's saying you can actually use a 16 and an 18, so that'll give you the different gear ratios. But we're going to install the standard 20-tooth pinion. So I'll set it up and let's put this on. So right off the bat, let's get the rubber tube off of here, which is easy to do if you grab yourself a pair of pliers, because you can grab the end, hold nice and tight, and pull. And there we go. There is our motor without the tube on it. And what do we need to do? Well, you can see here, and it's me, you can see the way this is showing in the diagram. There's a hole and then there's this open hole as well. I'm going to do it the same way as you see in the diagram. So we're going to have this open hole without this part facing up. And you can see that we need to put the motor plate on. And the motor plate, you can see there's three holes. Well, these are the two that are designed for the screws. So we're just going to push that on. Just like that. So now they're open for the screws. And you can see that we've got to get our pinion gear on. Now, here's the thing I like to do. Just makes things a little easier. I'm putting the grub screw onto the Allen key. And I'm actually going to screw this into here first. And once it goes, I can see that it's coming out the other side. I pull back just a bit, but it's now on, right? So we don't have to worry about it falling out. So you can see that this has a flat spot on the motor, so that's where the grub screw is going to attach. And because we have this handy dandy pinion stopper, if I hold this back, you can see that this means that the pinion needs to be brought all the way forward so that it's at the far end of this pinion stopper, just like that. So you can see it's right at the end. Well, because we know that, I'm going to now screw it down just a touch, let it get onto the flat spot so that it doesn't move. So you can see I'm actually, in putting this on, you can see I can turn the motor because the pinion, the grub screw, is actually on the flat spot. So knowing that, we know that we've got it onto the flat spot. Put this back on, pull it to the end. We know it's on there. So I'm kind of using my finger to pull it back as I turn this. Checking again, so it's right at the end. You can see that, it's right at the end. This is now on solid. I'm checking to make sure that the grub screw is kind of centered on that flat spot of the motor, which it is. So knowing that, I'm going to take the Allen key, put it in this way now, and turn. Now what I find with these pinion gears is that with the grub screw, once it's on and you know you don't want this to move, you can give this an extra sort of pull to tighten this up as much as possible. You don't want this loose, because if it is, that's going to end up coming off, and then you're going to have to take the motor off again to put the pinion back. So I just tend to, once I know I've got it in the right place, I'll give it a couple of good turns on this, make sure that it really is in there tight so that we know it's not going to come off. And there we go. So there is our pinion attached to our motor. And that's it. That really is all we have to do for step 7. So now we can move on to step 8, and we're going to attach the motor.